Have you ever wondered when to create a new table instead of incident, problem, changeable? I mean to say, हमने देखा last video में we have got 6,000 of it, 6,000 of tables, 6 kVA tables, and each table has a own business process meaning, right? So in that perspective, when to create a new table. So in this video, we will talk about real enterprise use case of creating a new table in ServiceNow. So let's continue our journey and welcome back to my channel ServiceNow Catalyst. So if you are learning ServiceNow, it is extremely important when to make decision when to create a new table. So in that regards, well, let's take an example. एक ABC कंपनी है, ओके, एंड उनका रेगुलर नेटवर्क केबलिंग के लिए, लेट्स से लैपटॉप रिपेयर के लिए, बिकॉज इट इज एंटरप्राइज, आई ऑलवेज से पीपल देयर प्रोसेस एंड ऑटोमेशन. सो they had a process क्या है वो? तो they have got vendors visits for their laptop repairs, for their data cabling and for network settlements and all. Okay, ये वेंडर विजिट एबीसी कंपनी के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. वेंडर विजिट में कहाँ ट्रैक कर रहे हैं वो? करंटली दे आर मेंटेनिंग एक्सेल, गार्ड मेंटेन कर रहा है एक्सेल में, दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग रिपोर्ट्स इन एक्सेल. जस्ट इमेजिन कि एक एक्सेल भी मिस हुआ, दे विल लूज द ट्रैक. And yes, ServiceNow as a platform, it helps you to create a new table and they can track it from there. So they had a process, right? So there would be someone to understand that process. वो process को समझने के लिए होगा. तो हमारे end से क्या होगा? ServiceNow end में एक मैंने रोल बताया था आर्किटेक्ट, दूसरा मैंने बनाया था बिजनेस एनालिस्ट, राइट? सो ये दोनों बंदे कस्टमर से मिलेंगे, एबीसी कंपनी इंटरप्राइज कंपनी से मिलेंगे, अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे कि ये जब वेंडर्स आते हैं तो क्या क्या मेंटेन करते हो, लाइक एंट्री पॉइंट, एग्जिट कर रहे हैं, क्या कॉस्ट आया, कितने लैपटॉप रिपेयर किए एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ्स. सो लेट्स मूव टू माय स्क्रीन शेयरिंग वेयर आपको एज्यूम करना है कि हमारा टीम मेंबर में जो बिजनेस एनालिस्ट आर्किटेक्ट ने एक डिजाइन फाइनल कर लिया है एंड दे हैव एज अ बीए बिजनेस एनालिस्ट ने एक डॉक्यूमेंट प्रिपेयर किया है, बिजनेस रिक्वायरमेंट डिटेल्स, वेयर they have clearly mentioned what fields required, what is the table name, and what is the purpose of that, and why not existing tables like incident is not helping them for audit, for tracking, or to maintain in the future.
Now let's talk. In the vocational training, I well covered that what is the business case here and how we are going to pick that case. Understand one thing, that whatever the requirements will be there, that will being captured by your business analyst, not by you. Okay, so there is one document called business requirement document that will be prepared by your business analyst, and architect will design the solution, will say that okay, create a custom table, and as a developer you will receive this document where it will talk about all the necessary fields you need to create and all. Okay, so let's get started with this BRD, saying a business problem, that we need business problem of vendor which are tracked in Excel sheets, and we need to automate this one in ServiceNow, how we can track it, how we can audit it, and the reporting, how we can use it, and why this is needed. So in this, it is well captured in the BRD by my BA. If I take as an enterprise part of enterprise solution, business analyst has very clearly documented why this is needed, because we need entry and exit time of that vendor, security approval is there or not, the Scott employee, right? That because organization needs that, where that issue needs to be fixed, right? So we need to Scott that particular employee and all that, right? And what are tools they are carried? It's generally, even we enter in the malls with cars, our cars is being checked, right? The cabin especially was being checked, is there any, we're not carrying bombs or something, right? So yeah, whatever tools they are carrying, that needs to be checked. So these are some, again, part of the reporting, the audit and tracking for that. So for this all reasons, we actually need to create a new table. So let's back to this my screen, and let's the same thing I repeat, my PDI, which is already vacant. This is not hibernating, it's online. So credentials are saved. Let's get into it. So team, whenever we log in, we have all these options, and when you type, we have discussed that we have out of box like more than 6k of or 6k of tables are there in ServiceNow. and whatever you type here, you will get these are the I mentioned this is an application, right? You can see here edit application. This is what? This is module. This is called module. Okay. So whenever you type incident and all, this is nothing but if you click on it, you will redirect to the form. It will redirect to the redirected to the list view or something. If I click on this open, you will redirect it to the list view. Okay. So what I mean to say here, just 1 minute. Yeah, what I mean to say here that this is being stored in incident. If you see the URL contains all the things, incident underscore. This is being a table, right? So even ServiceNow has whatever out of box tables are there that are there in this tool with to serve some purpose, right? So the idea of this my video is to make you understand how this thought process come into a place. Based on the business problem, we need a table, and yes, when in upcoming sessions we'll talk about forms and all, but let's deep dive into the thought process that why we need a table and when to use out of box tables, when to use the custom tables. And I'm taking example of custom tables so that you will be aware if any point of time, even if you are analyzing the existing table also, you will understand, yeah, these fields has been created with some purpose, right? So let's quickly go into tables. System definition, we have got tables. Inside here, you will simply click on new. So currently, as per the ABC company, which I have talked in vocational training, they have their people and they need to laptop repairs and they need a vendors to support it, and the vendors are being tracked in Excel sheets. Okay, so what will be the name of the table? So this is the name of the table, vendor visit management, and this is the BRD we got from BA to configure it. In actual case, जो हमारी BA टीम होती है वो हमें पूरा BRD डॉक्यूमेंट करके देती है. You need as a developer, you need not to worry कि ये क्या होगा, क्या फील्ड का नाम होगा, टेबल का नाम क्या होगा, एप्लीकेशन का क्या होगा. That you don't have to worry. So let's quickly come here and say vendor is in. Name will automatically populate. To click on it, it will name will. This is the backend. This is label, right? It will auto populate name. Okay. एक्सटेंड टेबल मतलब इफ यू रिमेंबर कि मैंने पेरेंट और चाइल्ड की बात करी थी, तो एज सच इफ यू गो टू द BRD, it is well documented कि जो existing tables हैं like task table, CMDB table, these tables are not going to help because this has some other business. They are coming from ITSM perspective. Task table, CMDB, again ITOM and other things are related with CMDBs, and incident is a part of ITSM, which we'll discuss later in our sessions. But these some exist table is not going to help us. So that is answer is no. So we need to create an custom table, right, for entry exit to have that's all the information. So getting back to it, so we have this, and yeah, if you see here, create module, create mobile module, as it is being used in mobile phone also. We have now mobile, so for now let's not get into that. We'll check this one, but yes, this module option will be available in the mobile as well if you check this one. अभी आप देखो यहाँ पे add module, create new option, या तो एग्जिस्टिंग में लेट्स से इंसिडेंट का आपने देखा, राइट? इंसिडेंट का एग्जिस्टिंग है, अगर आप इंसिडेंट यूज करोगे तो इसके अंडर में आपका वो ऑप्शन क्रिएट होगा, बट वी आर गोइंग टू क्रिएट अ न्यू. सो व्हाट विल से क्रिएट न्यू. ओके, उसका नाम क्या होगा? क्रिएट मेन्यू नेम का वेंडर विजिट मैनेजमेंट. ओके, ये मॉड्यूल एक क्रिएट हो जाएगा. कहाँ पे क्रिएट होगा? यू विल सी हियर लाइक इंसिडेंट यहाँ पे क्रिएट होगा. व्हेन यू टाइप वेंडर इट विल स्टार्ट रिफ्लेक्टिंग हियर. विल सी दैट. तो वेंडर अभी हो गया. ओके, रिमोट टेबल इज अगेन used for integrations, zero connector of case. We will talk about separately about remote tables when it can be used in case of integrations. Maybe in the integrations video I will explain that remote table concept, but for now let's let it be unchecked. Okay, so what we'll do now, we need tables, right? You remember tables has rows and columns, so what are the fields we need to configure? We need vendor name. Let's quickly get into that. Vendor name, we need type. What will type of it? type will be reference. So now field types. Reference is whenever we are pointing to some other table, that is with type we have to choose reference table. Okay, we have a type reference, and reference means this is pointing to some other table, किसी और table को कर रहा होगा, तो that will tell existing table. So it is saying vendor a company refers third party vendor. So vendor का information ServiceNow में एक table होता है called core company. Yeah, company table. Company is the name and core company is the backend name. Company is the label and core company is the backend name. So we'll select this one. So we have got this company, and then so in the same manner we will create all the fields whatever mentioned in the BID step by step with all the informations like field type and all. Okay, like here also Scott employee, that is reference to existing table of service. Now it is sys user related incident, existing table field at incident. So let's create it one by one and we'll then proceed with the next part. Based on the requirement sheet I have got received from the BA business analyst, I have, as a developer, I have created all the fields and their types and the reference. Reference means pointing in the table, and these are the existing table of service now. Okay, so that we can bring that field values from there and from the other table information. So now what I have to do, simply go here and save this. Or submit also you can do, but I will save this so that I will stay on this page only. If I submit, it would redirect to the last redirect to the page. मतलब last जो भी हमने open किया होगा उस पर redirect कर देगा. So that's why I use save. Okay. You will observe when you click on that save button, you got some fields like created by. These are some out of box field. As I said कि service में एक low code no code platform है. So it is very obvious. It takes care of few things like sysID. SysID is going to be your unique identifier. Unique identifier means how it is going to distinguish each records in ServiceNow, because you know these are the columns, right? Columns ये आपके होंगे, तो there should be some unique identifier कि how this is like primary key, like database में primary key वैसे sysID होता है ServiceNow में. ठीक है, and we have got these out of box fields, and you can see here ये label है. If I want to bring name, I can go here personal list. यहाँ पे आप जाओ, यहाँ पे look for column name. Okay, इसको हम इसके बाजू में कर लेते हैं adjacent to label. Okay, click on OK and it will get refreshed. So you can see here, and u underscore means user. This is custom, so that's why it has got u. Even name देखो आप ये create हो गया. Now we'll come here, we will refresh this application navigator, and here we will type vendor. Still it is not appearing. Yeah, it was appearing now. If I refresh this one, click on vendor, and you will find this one, vendor visit manual. So this is application, this is submodule we have created. This is application. You remember we have created it, right? This is application. Now it has been वो चला गया because in the backend once it is being created वो hide हो जाता है, but at the time of creation you have seen that I have choose new create new application. तो ये देखो इधर application create हो गया. अब इसको आप click करोगे, you will have all the columns, right? There are no records, मतलब कोई row नहीं है, that is then empty. So in the next session, we'll talk about how to insert records and how we will design the form of it. If I click, let's say if I click on it new, so this is an out of box form, but if I want to organize this form like state, so vendor name would be show up and all that. So how we can configure the form, we'll talk in the next video. So stay tuned and stay connected.
So the golden key takeaway from this screen sharing is कि जब आपका business process unique हो और आपके existing tables would not able to support it efficiently, in that case you have to make a decision to create a new table. So in the next video we will talk about the form configuration, how the form looked like, कैसे different ways to configure a form, and how we can insert records in. Stay tuned and stay connected. And if you like this real enterprise use case, and if you want a next video for new entities versus a new table, so please comment on that.
Do not forget to like, share, and comment, and hit the bell icon.